Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a very festive one, and it's going to be reading only Christmas books for a week. I have about 3 Christmas books that I'm planning to read this week, so let's get into it. So the first book we have is The Christmas Fix by Lucy Score. This is Grumpy Ex Sunshine, small town, single dad, she's famous, he's not, and a little bit of opposites attract, I think. It's basically about this girl. She's a reality TV star and she has her own house fixer-upper show, and she learns about this small town in Connecticut that was recently hit by a hurricane, and she basically just wants to go there and help rebuild the town and then air it for a Christmas special on her show. And the main guy is the city manager, and he's just totally against it. He doesn't like what she stands for and has this totally wrong picture of who the reality TV star is, things like that. And I think a little bit of enemies to lovers is spewed in here, so yeah. So the next book is In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. I don't know much about this book. I just know that it's Christmassy. I'm pretty sure she's reliving the same day over and over again, and she's trying to save the Christmas cabin that her parents and her stay at every year. And then the final book we have is Wreck the Halls by Tessa Bailey. Again, I don't know much about this book. I'm a little bit hesitant to start it because I recently watched Larry Reed's read this book and she did not like it. I know their names are pretty weird. It's like Melody and Beat. The guy's name is Beat, which is a little off-putting, but I'm pretty sure their parents are famous. They're in the same band or something, and that's all I know. I'm about 60 pages into The Christmas Fix by Lucy Score. I would definitely be a lot further if I hadn't fallen asleep while reading it 20 pages in, but I digress. I have been really enjoying this book so far. It's super fast-paced, it's easy to read. I honestly think this is the shortest Lucy Score book I have ever seen. Usually her books are 500, 600 pages, so I honestly love that it's 300 pages. That's amazing, especially because it is a Christmas book. I honestly kind of want to go back and read the first one, which would not have happened if I hadn't read this book first, but yeah. Normally, I eat up enemies to lovers. It is my bread and butter, but Kat, the main girl character, she is just overall a good person. She's doing all these great things for the town and is helping them recover from this devastating flood, and is donating her own time and money to help this town, and Noah just keeps hating on her. Of course she's gonna hate him. I would hate him too. I kind of hate him because of that, because he is wrongfully stereotyping her just because she's a reality TV star. I'm trying very hard to like Noah. He has not proven himself to me yet. I love Kat. I love Noah's daughter, Sarah. Don't know how I feel about Noah. He has his good moments, and I'm okay, love that. But then he goes back to being an asshole. Kat is currently going off on Noah, reading him to filth, putting that man back in his place as she should. So I'm about 50% through The Christmas Fix, and I'm honestly enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would. I feel with holiday-centered books, it can get really cheesy really fast because you're playing off of this holiday and the nostalgia and fun of the holiday. But this book does a great job of balancing the Christmas festive cheesiness, but also having actual substance to the book. And I just love it. I'm also getting to the point where the romance is kicking in, which is just a chef's kiss. I'm actually finally enjoying Noah's character. We're kind of diving back into his backstory, which is really allowing me to empathize with his character. Before that, he just did not read well for me personally, but yeah. Guys, I think I'm starting to love Noah. This quote just got me. It says, "Oh, you're risky. I could fall for you, and you could just walk out of my life onto the next job, the next guy, the next adventure, and I'd just be left remembering." So it is the next day, and I finished The Christmas Fix. I literally woke up, grabbed this book off of my nightstand, and started reading it because I just needed to finish it. I definitely liked it a lot more than I thought I would. I think I would rate it like a 3.5. I really loved it. It was so cute and cozy, and it did a great job, again, of balancing the Christmas aspect, but then also having enough substance where I honestly think you could read this book outside of the Christmas season and still really enjoy it. And I know this is the second book in the series, but I honestly want to go back and read the first one, which I did not think would be the case. I loved how short it was. This book is about like 350 pages. Like, that is the perfect length for a cute little rom-com. Now, the little downsides of it being so short is that it does feel a little insta-lovey, but honestly, I did not care. Like, when you go into a book this short, I feel like you have to have realistic expectations when it comes to character development and relationship development, and I think it was fine. I don't know. It wasn't too insta-lovey where I was like, okay, this is not realistic. Like, they didn't like each other at first. They started to kind of become friends, and then the relationship developed from there. Like, it was very organic, okay? I really liked the premise of this book. It honestly gave me very much Hallmark movie vibes, and I loved it. Yeah, 3.5. Highly recommend if you really want like a good Christmas book this year. So I think the next book I'm going to start is In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. Again, I don't know much about this book, but it's fairly short. I think it's going to be fun. I honestly haven't read a Christina Lauren book that I haven't enjoyed, so yeah. So I am not even 20 pages into the book yet, and I am so confused. There's just a lot of names and like backstory. I feel like I'm missing something. Like, is this the second book in a series? Like, I don't know. So it is a while later. I am about 100 pages into In a Holidays, and for some reason I just can't get into the book. It's like dragging my feet, honestly, but I'm 100 pages in. I have about 200 pages left. Like, I'm just gonna trudge through, maybe get myself a little sweet treat to motivate me. Wish me luck. I am so confused right now. There's two brothers, okay? Kind of a love triangle thing. She has a crush on the older brother, and then the younger brother likes her. But she just confessed her love to the older brother and then got turned down. So who is the love interest in this? I'm like so confused right now. So it is the next day. I'm about 200 pages into In a Holidays. I know yesterday I talked a lot about how I couldn't really get into the book. It was getting kind of confusing. I think now I have the lay of the land. Like, I kind of understand what's going on. I feel a connection towards the characters. The romance has started to take place a little bit, which I just love. I definitely want to finish this either today or tomorrow. I am pretty busy today, so we'll see how much time I have to read, but yeah. The urge to DNF the book right now is very, very strong. The third act breakup is just not it. It's so dumb. And I'm sorry, but most of the characters have the personality of a bag of rocks. I'm looking at you, Andrew. I understand that May and Andrew have known each other for like literal years, decades even, but Miss Girl, when you're saying it would be easier to cut off my own arm than get over your brother so I'm not giving up, be for real with me, okay? It is not that deep. It is not that big a deal. You're so dramatic. And for what? For what? For this man with the personality of a bag of bricks? So it is the next day, and I finished In a Holidays by Christina Lauren yesterday. I really liked the premise of this book. I thought it would be very cute and festive, and it was very cute and festive. However, the whole time loop aspect of this book was very lost on me. It's very prominent in the beginning of the book, but then once you hit like the middle and end, they don't ever really talk about it, and if they talk about it, it's very minimal. So the whole concept felt very last minute to me, like maybe they just threw it in after the book was written. I don't know. I also wasn't the biggest fan of the romance, which is so wild because this is like predominantly a romance book. But the characters, I just could not feel their connection. They're family, lifelong friends, so they've known each other since they've grown up, but you just don't get that vibe, I guess. Like, they kind of just like, oh yeah, they're family friends. And then they never talk about it or like why they like each other, like maybe very briefly, but I just personally could not feel the deep earth soul crushing connection that was trying to be portrayed in this book. I also didn't really love the main character. He had the personality as plain oatmeal. Like very plain, very bare minimum. There was nothing that stood out about him. Let's just say that. Overall, I think I would rate this book like a 2.75. Like, despite all my complaints, I did enjoy the book. Besides the third act breakup, the third act breakup was horrendous, but I did enjoy the book. Like, it was fun, it was cute, it was fast paced. It just isn't my favorite, and I don't think I would go around recommending it. I'm gonna be so honest with you right now. I think I'm hitting a bit of a slump. 4 hours have gone by and I'm literally only 20 pages into the book. So that's great. That's fun and fresh. That's what I get for only reading Christmas books for a week, but I think I have a pretty good idea of what this book is about. So Melody and Beat, their moms were in this band together, but then they broke up in the early 90s. They were very popular. So since they didn't end on good terms, Melody and Beat never really met each other until this one time when they were both like 16. It left quite an impression on them because they have so much in common, just like upbringing with their parents having the same career and being in the same band, things like that. So fast forward present day, I'm pretty sure Melody and Beat are doing this like show where they're trying to get their parents' band back together for Christmas Eve or for Christmas Day or something. So it is a pretty cute idea and I definitely like it so far. I think it's weird that his name is Beat because when I think of beat, I don't think of like music. I think of like the root, like the food, a beat. But yeah. So it is the next day. Today is also going to be the last day for this video, I think. So that means that I definitely have to finish my book today. I tried to at least get 100 pages in yesterday, like last night, before I went to bed, but that did not happen. I think I'm about 40 pages in. So I definitely did not meet that 100-page goal. Don't know how that happened. I definitely need to get a move on things because it is later in the day. I literally spent half my day wrapping gifts because Christmas is so close. But yeah, I am doing a horrible job at reading today. I just got to page 100 and it's literally been like 2 to 3 hours. So we love that. I'm enjoying the book. It's just there's no driving force to make me want to pick up the book and devour it. But I enjoy it whenever I pick it up. It's the motivation to pick up the book to start with. So Mel just confessed her crush to Beat. And he obviously has a crush on her too. Like, that's all he thinks about. And he's the one being like, no, we can't date. I'm just too private. We can't date. Like, what? The math is not mathing. The biggest plot twist just happened and we're only 100 pages in. No wonder Beat has been so mysterious. It makes sense. Makes sense. So it is the next day. Even though I haven't finished reading Wreck the Halls by Tessa Bailey, I think I am going to end the video here just because the closer we get to Christmas, it's getting a little bit more hectic. A lot of my free time is spent with friends and family and just enjoying each other's company, things like that. So I haven't really had a lot of time to read consecutively. Even though I'm not finished, I think I'm going to give like a predicted rating and little mini review just to round out this video. I think this book is definitely like a 3 or a 3.5. I went into this book with kind of low expectations. I was really hesitant to start it just because I heard very mixed reviews. So far, I'm really enjoying the book. Definitely last night I hit a point where I really enjoyed the story and didn't want to put down the book. I literally stayed up until, I want to say like 1 or 2 in the morning reading it. So I'm definitely going to finish it either today or tomorrow. But yeah, If you want to see my full extensive review of this book, I would definitely recommend following my bookstagram, currently.overbooked. It's always linked in my description. I currently am doing a giveaway for 10,000 followers. I'm going to choose 3 winners, and each winner will receive a book up to $15 on their Amazon wishlist. So make sure you go follow my Instagram and check out that giveaway. I'll also be reviewing this book when I finish it, so keep a lookout on that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below if you like to read Christmas books or if you've read any of these before. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye.